If you haven't heard, Disney World's Splash Mountain Ride has officially splashed its final splash.
But I missed the splooshes.
Yep, it's splashed.
Oh, man, I splashed on that ride once.
Ew.
Right? Like, I got wet, you guys.
All
I got
right.
wet.
Well,
I was a kid.
This is supposed to be a family show.
What is wrong with you people?
The famous attraction in Orlando, though, has officially shut down for good as it prepares to relaunch in 2024 as Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Oh, my God.
It'd be so cute.
I know, and the music from that film, one of my favorites.
Wow,
There's been a lot of controversy around the ride closing, though, and the history behind it. We're not going to get into any of that, but I will say there are some individuals who are trying to profit from this.
Oh.
Because if you go onto eBay right now, someone's selling 4 ounces of authentic Splash Mountain water that they scooped up from the ride with the date of its closing written on the mason jar.
There's no way if that's authentic, it's actually clear.
Yeah, there's
because
like
that is
mold on
some
it.
nasty water.
The cost is $149.99.
Oh.
So if you want some dirty park water with possibly a used Band-Aid floating in there,
that checks out.
get your Apple Pay ready.
You wouldn't be able to check if it's real because that ride does have a scent.
Yeah, it does.
The water has
You're not
its
even lying.
own weird, like, swimming pool kind of scent.
If you're looking for something a little bit more affordable, though, than $149, another Disney fan is selling what they described as tap water from my sink in a Splash Mountain bag.
Oh.
That one is just $25.
Wow.
Deal.
Yeah, it feels like, a step down,
Yeah.
but still worth it.
Close enough.
Uh-huh.
But if you really want to pay a lot of money, Brooke is selling the gum that she spit into a Splash Mountain employee's face after they wouldn't let her cut into the front of the line.
And they got it back?
I mean,
She had a 6-year-old pick it up for her. She wasn't going to touch that.
Okay.
duh. It's extra minty still.
Yeah, so one
Wasn't in
day,
my mouth long.
one day we're going to put up our shock collar on eBay, and we'll
man.
see how much it fetches.
This thing is getting used and worn. That's
It's
for
years
sure.
old, but Jake, we need a vaguely interesting trivia question to really bump up the value of it on eBay. 14 cents higher. Give us a question, 14 cents more.
All right. Well, everybody loves happy endings.
Oh,
yeah.
Jeff,
Yes,
Jeff, I'm stopping you right there.
What?
What?
I'm going to let you know I'm
Oh.
specifically talking about
I
happy
get it.
endings in movies.
Okay.
Fine.
All right.
Because a new survey asked 1,000 people, in a typical romantic movie, what might you see at the very end of the film right before the credits roll?
Oh, interesting.
I have
the last thing you see.
2 large buttery tubs of popcorn and the top 4 answers in front of me, and you'll have to figure them out in a special Hollywood edition of Unglued Family Feud. We'll start with the man who always douses his movie seats with a spray-on rubber coating, just in case. It's young Jeffrey. Jeff, in a romantic movie, what might you see happen at the very end of the film right before credits roll?
Okay, well, maybe the strategy here is you just start thinking of the biggest romantic movies and think about what happens there. And who's bigger than Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks when it comes to
yeah.
rom-coms?
God,
They're big.
have you ever even seen any of those, Alexis? They're
Maybe
so
if you name
old.
one.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
well,
don't know it now.
Maybe
You Got
spoiler,
Mail?
at the
Yeah.
end of You Got Mail, I'm pretty sure they burned down a family bookstore together.
I don't think
Or they
that's-
wrecking ball it to make way for something
I
new.
don't think that's it.
Or in Meet the Fockers, they burned down that gazebo.
Yeah.
Oh, they do that.
They set
Is
the
that the-
gazebo on fire.
Is that the end, though? Is that... I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure. So I know that all
It's in the
sounds.
movie.
It
Okay.
sounds sad, but I think it's a metaphor for like renewal in relationships. So I'm gonna go with a couple destroys a beloved local landmark, Jake.
Destroying a beloved local landmark! Not on the list.
Really?
I checked. I double-checked. It's
Maybe
not
you should have
there.
just said burning books, and that would have been
That-
better.
oh,
Yeah.
that would be my next
It's
guess.
a tough start for us. Let's go over to Alexis.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Don't some movies show like bloopers? But is that after the credits start?
I love those kind of movies.
That's not how they end the
Yeah.
film.
That's
feel
about
like
just as
they
good as
do.
That's
Gazebo as a
It's
guess.
after the credits are
That's
over.
after.
Oh, well, I thought sometimes they show like, ooh, we're
That's
trying to be
your-
serious.
Before
and
this
we
is over,
couldn't
look
be.
at how much these guys messed up.
Yeah.
guess.
That's your
You're right.
DVD bonus track.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. But the other thing I was thinking is maybe just like driving off together,
Like riding off into the
That's good.
the
sunset.
little like just married car or whatever you take.
yeah, sure.
So I'm gonna go driving off, Jake.
Driving away together did not make the top
Really?
4.
Oh.
Interesting.
All 4 answers still on the board. Let's go to Jose. Romantic movie.
Oh.
What happens at the very end right before the credits
You
roll?
guys, it's a romantic movie. These are based around what I want someday in my life.
Okay.
And it's always at the very end It's their wedding. And they're living happily ever after.
It's interesting that they never show any movies post-wedding that are romantic.
Graduate. Very dark.
Over dishes and
Just
stuff.
ends in the white dress.
But it's always like the kiss, I do. Jake, give me wedding.
Wedding? Number 2 on the list,
number
Jose.
2.
Number 2.
All
Only
right.
number 2.
Wow,
Okay.
what's number 1 then?
Let's go over to Brooke. 3 answers left.
All right, at the end of a movie, a romantic movie, you know,
What you going
I'm
with?
actually going to think post-wedding here. I think
Oh.
that they show a flash into the future, and I would say the delivery room, but that can get a little intense.
Yeah.
So instead, I'm going to say they show them like playing with their children, right? Their future kids.
Old together.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Playing with your future children is not even close to the list. It's not on there.
Way. I
Not
thought that
on the
was
list.
great.
Jose is the only one safe. Let's go back to Jeffrey.
Okay, we're going back. What's the greatest love story in the movies of all time?
Mighty Ducks.
Well, close to that. Titanic. And what happens at the end of that movie?
He
Old
dies.
lady
Death.
drops a multi-million-dollar gem into the ocean and then dies of guilt. And then Leo dies right before that.
Yeah, there's a lot of death at
There
the end
is
of that
a
one,
lot.
but that, you know, it's based on the Titanic. A lot
Right.
of death
Yeah,
around that
it's a big
theme.
deadly-
Unless there's a sequel where he comes back in Titanic 2. I haven't seen that
Okay.
one. But I think at the end
up
of a
in a
good
submarine.
romantic movie, somebody got to pass away.
Well, I mean, look at Romeo and Juliet. You
Yeah.
may not be wrong.
That's
I
actually
think the
not-
Notebook at the end, aren't they?
Dead?
Well, dying or something.
They die together in the same hospital
Yes,
bed,
I think
holding
it is that.
hands.
That's actually a good answer.
Someone dies is number 4. Number 4 on the list, Jeffrey.
Wow.
There should be
Wow.
more death in romance.
So Jose got number 2.
Dang.
Jeffrey got number 4. We're back to Alexis. Next answer is safe. The last person gets shocked.
Can I just say like a kiss? Does it have to be specific, Jake? Or they're literally just kissing?
You're
Well,
not
that
going to
could-
go with Katherine Heigl gives a big pity speech of why somebody needs to love her?
And then it ends.
What is that one? 27
What movie is
Dresses
that?
or something?
Name any Katherine Heigl movie.
Big 27 dresses.
Pity speech.
Can I say a kiss, Jake?
Yeah, you can. Because it's number 1 on the list.
Okay.
Dang it.
Quickly go over the top 4. The number 1 thing you might see at the very end of the film, right before the credits roll, is a romantic kiss. Alexis
Okay.
got that. Number 2 was a wedding. Number 3, not all the way to the wedding, but the couple just starts dating. Not everything
that's
ends in a
it?
marriage. And then number 4, Jeffrey nailed it. Someone dies.
It's a kind of a twist.
Well, Brooke did not get an answer right. She's going to be getting shocked this morning, and somebody wanted to hear Grenade by Bruno Mars.
I catch a grenade for you, yeah. Throw my hand on a blade for you, yeah.
I know.
I jump in front of a train for you.
That's your shock collar question of the day. Phone taps coming up in just a few minutes.
Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.